Good afternoon, Ravi.
Hey, hi, good afternoon. I'm audible, guys?
Yes, Ravi. Audio.
Yeah, so yesterday we started OAuth concept, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so the people revised that concept, whatever things I explained yesterday. Just I want this diagram only, friends. Just I want this diagram, that's it, right? Because based on this diagram only, our explanation will be there. Next discussion is see this one only, right? Come on.
Yes, Ravi.
Yeah, so even I posted on my Facebook group, right? So I don't know how many people, because again, I'm not going to explain it this one because this in OAuth concept theory is more like practical is less only, right? Within that 10 to 15 line OAuth concept will complete, right? OAuth concept will complete, but this concept is need, friends, right? This concept is need because whatever theory is there, if you have the clarity about this theory, then the practical will become what? Easy, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now let's today implement our what? OAuth security, right? OAuth security application, right? Voice is very low.
No, Ravi, it's clear.
Clear, right?
Yes, Ravi. Yeah.
Here choose setting applications, context meetings. Yeah, still voice is low, friends.
No, Ravi. Already.
Yeah, Ravi, your voice is clear earlier also.
Okay, fine. Then let's start it, right? Let's start it. So today, our whenever we are implementing our what? Spring OAuth, right? Spring OAuth or any OAuth application. It's using what is that SSO. SSO means what? Single sign, right? On using OAuth authorization services, right? Authorization services and resources. So based on this one only, what we will do it now? Our what? OAuth application we will implement, right? So first let's understand what is the SSO, right? First we will understand what is the SSO, right? SSO means what is that, friend? Single
Sign on.
single sign, right? Single sign on using authorization and what is that? Resources services. So even this concept, right? This concept SSO using our what? Spring OAuth also, right? Our Spring, just simple. What is the SSO means what? SSO means what? In the same application, one application can behave. What is that? Like one application is there, one application behave as a multiple application signing, right? Sign in. So like just what is that here? Just I'm opening again. CH. So book my show only. Let's open our what? Book my show application. So here what we are doing now, friends, whenever we are clicking on this client application, right? Whenever we will click on that, two application will work together or not? Come on. See, one is the Book My Show application, and if I am continuing with the Google account, right? So Google account is different application or not?
Yes, different application.
Different application means what is that? Multiple application is working together or not?
Yes.
Right? Yeah. So in case of what is that? Multiple application. In case of what? Multiple application behaves what is that? As a one application. As a one application. Then what is that? SSO is used, right? Come on.
Yeah, it's doing.
So
Yes.
even our OAuth application also, right? If we are implementing OAuth, right? Then OAuth also using what is that? SSO concept, right? Concept, right? Also OAuth also using what is that? SSO concept also. Whenever we are implementing that, right? Whenever we are implementing our OAuth application also using what is that? SSO concept. So yesterday, let's revise whatever things little bit for the small things only. Let's understand what is that client, what is that grant, what is that, all those things we learned yesterday. Now come on.
Yes.
So whenever this end user is login, right? Whenever end user is making the request to what? Book My Show application, right? Book My Show application. Then what is that? Book My Show application is asking the grant or not? Come on.
Yeah.
Then grant means what is that? Whenever, again, just see this. What is that? This is the client, right? Client. So using the browser, what we are doing now? We are making the request, right? Whenever we are clicking that here, what is that? Continue with Google, continue with email, continue with application, multiple things is came, right? So whenever we are providing that, means we are login and we are giving the permission to our Book My Show application as a login with what is that? These things are not, friends, come on, these multiple accounts.
Yes.
Na? Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, so here what is that? User grant, right? User grant here, what is that? User plus what is that? User login, right? User login plus what is that? User permission. Not user
Yes.
permission. What is the user permission, friends? What is the user permission? See this here, user permission. See, just assume that, right? Here my account only there, continue. But if you are login, just think about that. Pushpendra is login, or Sandeep is login, or Manjulata is login, right? With that, Manjulata account is different, Sandeep account is different, and what is that? Mine Pushpendra account is different, and mine account is different. Now come on, everyone is different accounts, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Ravi.
So same like friends, right? So if you are login with your account, you will log in now here, come on, because you will continue with what your Gmail or anything, any other accounts, right? Come on.
Yes.
Yes, Ravi.
Yes.
Yeah, so means what is that? So here what is that? User permission means what is that? Who's the user? Me, Sandeep, or Manjulata or Puspendra, right? Come on.
Yes.
So and
Yeah,
whenever
whoever
we,
the person.
yeah, whenever we will click on that, means what we are doing now, we are logging that account now. Come on, yeah.
Yes, Ravi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so here what is that? User grant means what is that? User login plus what is that? User permission, friends, right? So user grant is used to what is that? Provide permission to client, right? What is the client? Who is the client now? Book My Show application, right?
Microservice.
Hmm?
Yes, Ravi. Book my
Yes.
share the
Yeah,
Yes.
so here what? Here user grant is used. User grant is used to what is that? Provide what is that? Permission. User grant is providing permission to what is that? Client application. Client application to what is that? Read what? Read data. Read data from auth server, right? Auth and what is that? Resource server, right? Resource server, right? What is that? See here in yesterday explanation, right? What is that? Here what is that? After providing that, what is that? Authentication, sorry, user grant plus what is that? User what we explain now means what is that? Permission, sorry, user grant is providing what is that? Permission, right? Permission when the end user putting all details, right? Means what is that? It's the granting. Then what? Then next what will happen now? It will hit to what? Server na? Come on, authentication server, right?
Yes.
From there, authentication server. First, see, in this time, see, already these things we will generate explicitly, right? But after taking these things, what is that? It will go to what is that? It will go to end user data is nothing but what is that? Resource server. Explicitly we will generate these things. Okay, don't bother about this part is separate part, friends. Okay, separate part. So here what is that? We will log in our account and there itself only we will get what is that? Client code plus secret user secret code plus what is that? User grant. What is the user grant? We will log in our Facebook, right? With our Facebook means whatever our Facebook account is there, that one only providing the grant to what? That application, right? Just now we will start working on that. Don't worry about that. I know that still the clearance is not going in your brain, but don't worry, whenever we will start practical, each and everything I will tell. See, these things is we are doing, see these things we are doing, right? So now what is that? In simple, okay, in simple, end user providing what is that? Permission to Book My Show application, friend, right?
Yes.
yes, Ravi.
Yeah, so in simple, what is that? End user is what is that? Providing. End user is what? End user, 1 minute, friends. Okay, sorry friends. Okay, in simple, what is that? End user providing just a minute. So okay, sorry, actually some disturbance is happening now, so that's why I muted. Okay, so in simple, what is that? End user providing what? End user providing permission permission to what is that? Book my show. Book my show, what is that? Application. Book my show application to what? Access what is that? Data. Access data from what is that? From Facebook server. Facebook server. In if you guys want still more simplification, okay, let's understand more as a more simplest way, right? So what is that? In case in simple, right? In simple, what is that? End user is nothing but what, friends? End user is nothing but what is that? Our client machine, na? Come on.
Yes, like,
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Yes.
so in simple, what is that? Just we can say what is that? User machine or what is that? Browser, right? After the in simple, end user is what is that? Providing the permission, right? Providing permission, right? Permission to whom? To book my show application, right? Book my show application is nothing but what, friends? Book my show application is nothing but what is that? Come on. Client application, right?
In application.
application.
Yeah, so that is nothing but what? Client application. Client application, right? Okay, good. Okay, fine. Now, so next, what is that? To access data from what is that? To what is that? To read data or access data from the OAuth and resource server, right? Come on.
Yes, Ravi.
So to access data from what is that? From Facebook server. Facebook server is nothing but what is that? Auth server.
Resource.
Auth and what is that?
Resource.
Resource server, right? Resource server. People are getting my point?
Yes, Ravi.
Yes.
Yes. Right.
Yeah. So okay, friends. Now next, what we will do it now. So now end user is taking that what? It's end user is what is that? Is valid. Now our server will check, right? By after taking that grant, right? It will check who's that? Facebook server, right? Facebook server will check what is that? This client and what is that? This end user is valid or not, right?
Yes,
Right?
Ravi.
It will check,
Yes.
right? It will check. Then
Yeah.
after checking that, then what will happen now? Then means what is that? It will provide what is that? One token. It will take what is that? It will generate for that what is that? One client ID, secret ID, and user grant permission. By taking these things, what is that? It will generate what? One
Access to.
access token, right? It will generate what is that? One access token. So okay, fine. So here what will next, what is that? Now end user grant, right? End user grant is nothing but what is that? User login plus user permission. User permission, right? And what is that? And client detail, right? It's asking what is that? Client detail. Client details, right? Client details is nothing but what, friends? Client detail is nothing but what is that? What is that? Client client
ID
ID, and what is that? Secret.
Secret
and grant permission.
grant permission. Okay.
Secret, right? Secret. We must provide these things, right? Then our application will, what is that? To reach to
Permission.
what? Our what is that? OAuth server, right? OAuth server, right? So now here, what is that? Here, see this. Client ID will be some numeric, but secret key will be in the hexadecimal format, friends, right? So
Yes, Ravi.
our OAuth, our OAuth server, our OAuth server provide, what is that? Provide what is that? One unique token, right? Token. That token will be there in, what is that? Hexadecimal format. Decimal, right? Hexadecimal format, right? Hexadecimal formats, which one will validate our end user and a client, which this what is that? Token will validate, what is that? This end user plus, what is that? This client, right? Whatever end user, see, whatever OAuth server will generate that token, right? This in this, what is that? Both things will be there. What is that? This end user detail will be there, and this client detail will be there. If client is the change, right? See, if token you are getting, but if client is changed, still your, what is that? Your authentication means, what is that? Our OAuth server will not validate. Both will check. What is that? End user also will check what is that, and what is that? In which client you are using, that client also will check, right? Come on.
Yes.
Yes, Ravi.
Yeah.
So it will be the in a hexadecimal format, right? And which is what is validate, which is valid for what is that? Client plus, what is that? Client means what? Our Book My Show application, and end user combination, right? End user combination, right? Combination. Okay, so if end user change, friends, okay, if end user change, just see here. See, if end user is nothing but, what is that? Who is the user? Like Sandeep can be, Manjulata can be, and what? Pushpendra can be, right? If end user change, or if client change, right? If end user change and what is that? Client change, then token will not use work, friends. Okay, token will not work. If see, for which client and for which end user this token is generated, in that application only this token will work. It's not meaning that once we generated, right? Once we generated, anywhere we can work, we can use. No, it will not work, right? It will not work. So now let's start working on the first steps, friends. Okay, first what we will do it now. Yesterday we started. Now what is that? 3 steps we see in that, right? Registering with, what is that? Registering with what? Client with what? Authorization server, right? Come on. So shall we start working on this area now first? Come on, practical
Yes.
implementation. We are entering in the practical implementation, friends, right? So now this process I'm going to do, what is that? This process. What I'm going to do now? I'm going to what? Do this process, right? So shall we start working on this area now? Everyone is ready for that, friends?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so now let's start. Okay, let's start. So first what we will do it now. First what we will do it now, friends? Step to step, let's learn, right? So first, right? First, what is that? Now login with, what is that? Login with what? Developerfacebook.com on what? Browser, right? So here what I'm going to do now? Developer.facebook.com, right? So this is the our what? OAuth server, friends, right? Come on, please respond.
Yes, Ravi.
Yes, Ravi.
Yeah. So here, what is that? What is there now? Multiple things is there. Product, developer programs, doc, more, and application is there, right? Come on. Please respond it.
Yes, Ravi.
Yeah. So now,
Yes.
so first, what is that? Let's take back. I'm going to back. So first, what is that? Go on what? First, we need to go developerfacebook.com, right? First step.
Okay.
First step, go inside this like what is that? Facebook developer. First step. Second is what? Second, what we need to select? Click on app, right? Click on what is that? My app, right? Click on my app. Then next, what we need to do? Next, what we need to do? After clicking that, right? My app, right? So here create application is there na? Please,
Yes.
Yeah.
friends, include in the session, right? Include in the session, then we can do anything, right? So now click on the create app. Click on create app, right? Click it.
Yeah.
Create app. After clicking that, right? So multiple is there, consumer, business, interest, but you need to select none,
Okay.
right? Because nothing we are doing, right? Just we are experimenting on the OAuth na. So that's why I'm selecting what is that? None only, right? So in that, go and select what is that? None. Select none. Select none. Okay. So after selecting this none, what we need to do now? Click the next, right? Click the next. So here you need to give what is that? Any name of what is that? Your authentication server, right? So authentication server application. So just I'm giving what is that? OAuth app, right? OAuth app I'm giving, right? Come on.
Yes, Ravi.
Okay, Ravi.
OAuth app I'm giving, right? So here you need to give what is that? Your Facebook login username. Login username and click on the create app, right? After filling the things, click on the create app. Now here it will ask your Facebook account password. Okay, don't worry, I'm not going to give my password. You guys try to with your own Facebook account password, right? So I'm forgetting what is my password, because I never logged out my machine. My machine, I'm not logged out my Facebook account. So 1 minute, I'm recalling that. Enter valid wrong password. 1 minute.
This time the password will save, Ravi.
No. Actually, 1 minute. I forgot my Facebook password.
Chrome also save the password.
Hmm?
Chrome also save the password, so you can extract
This
from
password
Yeah, but-
saved in Google account.
But still,
Can you
I
type it?
1 minute. I'll recalling that.
stop the screen sharing for a minute.
It's okay, no issue. No one can see, right?
We can see the
How you can? Because it's like I'm not speaking that password, right?
no. If you find it from Chrome, then we can see. No?
Now he is asking to check saved passwords. So for that you can
Yeah, that's
you can
correct.
stop screen sharing and validate those things. Right? That's what.
Okay,
So
no.
if you stop, then only we can able to see. No?
Now tell me what I password kept. Anybody can tell?
No.
No. then no issues, right? Then no issues. No issues
And
to stop the screen sharing. Now submit. Okay. Now it's yeah.
this time,
Now see this. Okay, so next what we need to do, we need to click what is that, create application. App only was there, right? That button.
Yes, create.
Yeah.
App.
After creating that, what is that? You need to select what is that?
Giving the password. Giving the password and click on-
Facebook login, right? You need to click what is that? You will get what is that? Facebook login. You will get what is that? Facebook login application. Facebook login. Facebook login. After then, what you need to do? Click on the setup. Something is there, right? Set up. Click on the set up. Okay. After clicking that setup, you will find what is that secret key, and application ID is nothing but what is that? User ID. See. Okay. So here, what is that? App ID is there now. Come on.
Yes, Ravi.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
is on. That is only what is that? That is only what? That is only.
ID.
Yeah. That one only client ID. That ID only
Client ID.
called what is that? Client ID, right?
Yes.
Okay. Go inside that setting. Go inside that setting. Now, next what we need to do? Next what we need to do? Go inside that setting. Inside that, what we need to do? What we need to do? Click on that. Go on the basic. Click on the basic. Click on the basic things, right? Now, after that, here, what is that? Copy this, right? What? Copy this what? Application ID, because it's needed at the time of developing. So what I'm doing now, notepad I'm taking, right? On the notepad, I'm taking what is that? This is the ID, and what is that here? See, app secret is there now? Come on.
Yes.
Now click on
Yes.
that. Click on that reset, right? Click on that. So you will get
Sure.
what is that? You will get what is that? This
Secret.
secret code. So what you need to do? This one also you need to take on the notepad, because these things we need, right? These things we need. What I explained here now, friends. What I explained now here. See this. So our book my show application need what is that? Client ID plus secret ID, right? User authentication. What is that? Who is the authenticating now? This end user,
The
that one,
client.
right?
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So now we got, right? We got what is that? User authenticate, sorry, user ID plus what is that? Secret code. Right? Come on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Ravi.
After getting this, what we need to do, friends? What we need to do? Let's create what? One application, right? One application. So I'm opening what is that? Eclipse ID. So here what I'm doing now. So we need what is that? At that, don't worry, I'll tell now. First, what is that? Come here. Okay, let's create what is that? One application. Let's create what is that? One application. One application, right? So let's give what is that? Application name. Let's give what? Application name. Let's give what? Spring Security. Spring Security OAuth, right? Spring Security OAuth, and a dependency. We need what is that? Dependency. We need dependency first. What is that? We need what is that? OAuth dependency. Another Spring Security, and another one is what? Spring Web. These three dependency we need, right? We need what is that? These three dependency, friends, right? Okay. So next, what we need to do? What I'm going to do now, friends? Just what? See, in the newer version, I don't know why those dependencies not working, friends, right? Why those dependencies, some bug are there in the documentation. I'll check it in the night. I'm trying that, but I'm failing that. So what I will do. Previously, I was doing some experiment using what is that? Old dependencies, right? I will use those dependency in the pom.xml, right? Come on. So here what I'm doing now, file new Spring Starter project. Spring Starter project, right? So here what we will do it now, let's change the name. Spring Boot, Spring Security,
Yes, Ravi.
OAuth, right? I'm taking what is that? Spring Security OAuth, and everything is here same na? Yeah, everything is fine. Now, okay, copy this one, change the description. Okay, next here what, don't select anything here, right? Don't select anything. Okay, next, finish. We need these 3 dependencies only na, don't worry, we will take it, right? I'll take it from the older application. I'll take that one, friends. Okay, older application I'll take. So because the in the newer version, those dependencies, some I don't know what is that problem is there, that one is not working. In the night I experimented that one, because before explaining that OAuth concept, I need to do what once practical, otherwise in the session, right, time will extend. That's why I was doing in the night itself only. So here what is that? Spring Security OAuth is there, right? So we have what I developed the last time I developed this application, and just I'm opening this pom.xml. So just what we need to, because these things is the our project related things now. So don't worry, don't take this one, don't take this one. What we need to do, just come here, copy from the top to, because we need what is that parent project now. So copy from this one. I'll share this pom.xml to you people also, because I searched these things from the internet. Where OAuth na, just come here, open our own project pom.xml, just remove this one, because this one is the newer version of pom.xml, right? So if we put those dependency, then we will get what is that problem. So here what is that, how many dependencies we need, see, 3 dependency, OAuth 2, Spring Security, and Spring Web. So those both dependency I kept in that pom.xml, right? So what I'm doing now, so now open this pom.xml, come down, right, from the line number 17 to property, everything copy there, because those, see, 1 minute, I'll show those dependency. See, OAuth 2, Spring Web, and what is that, Spring Security. These 3 dependencies are there now. Come on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So come
Yeah.
here, come in our application and open that one. From the line number 16 to down, everything just replace. That's it. Okay. So our required dependency is there in our pom.xml. Okay, fine now. So what we need to do, right click,